हेलो। यस। अब बाद में बात करेंगे, अभी कोई वेबिनार में हाँ बाद में बात। हम्म? उठ, उठ। टेस्ट टेस्ट टेस्ट।
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, good morning. Uh, so good morning everyone. My name is Dr. Vignesh. I'm from the National Digital Library of India. So I'm the research person for this webinar today. So before we start the session, so I have few housekeeping rules for this webinar. First and foremost is kindly rename your screen name to your full name. Okay, because I'm seeing few people as Redmi. Just a moment. Few people's screen name is written as Redmi, some iPhone, Redmi, iPhone, Galaxy A20, again Redmi, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So kindly rename your screen name. So that's the first request I have. And the second request I have is kindly turn off your video, because it's going to take a lot of bandwidth from everybody's system. So you can turn off your video or stop your video. And the next request I have is kindly don't share your screen, mobile screen. That will also have additional disturbance. So I have muted all of your mics centrally. So if you want to ask any questions or if you have any feedback, kindly put it in the chat message. And I can see few people's audio has not yet been joined. Say for example, Amandeep Kaur, Galaxy A20, Gitanjali Arora, Mahipal Dutt, Navneet Kaur Diol, Paramjeet Kaur, Redmi, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, Sajna, Vaneet Kaur. So all these people, their audio has to be connected. Then only they will be able to listen to this webinar. So if they are your friends, kindly ask them to join their audio. So on the bottom left corner, there is an option to join audio icon. So just ask them to click, then their audio will get connected. They will be able to listen to us. So there is Amandeep Kaur, Dr. Amandeep Kaur, Galaxy A20, Gitanjali Arora, Mahipal Dutt, Navneet Kaur Deol, Paramjeet Kaur, Redmi, Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, Sanjna. So these people's audio has not yet been joined. So kindly request them to join their audio by clicking on the bottom left icon. So, Mr. Mahipal, should I unmute your audio? So, as requested, kindly turn off your video. So, as we wait, so I'm going to start a small video about NDLI. So, there is somebody's. I have again muted. I muted everybody's mic, so kindly keep it off so that there is not much disturbance during the webinar. Mr. Mahipal, I think your audio has not yet been connected. So kindly, so I'm going to send a chat message to everyone. So if your friends are there in the group who has not audio has not yet been connected, just ask them to click on the bottom left corner so that their audio gets connected. So all, to listen to our voice, you need to click on the join audio icon available on the bottom left corner of your mobile app or on the desktop. And also kindly request you to turn off your video, please. Kindly do not turn on your video because it will take a lot of bandwidth. A video of NDLI, so kindly watch it. So if you are not able to hear the audio, it means you have some problem with your mic. You have not yet joined your audio.
भारत देश सन 1947 को ब्रिटिश हुकूमत के चंगुल से आज़ाद हुआ। देश की आज़ादी के बाद एक लोकतंत्र की स्थापना हुई थी। आज समय आ गया है कि हम शिक्षा को भी डेमोक्रेटाइज करें।
The National Digital Library of India is truly built of the people, by the people and for the people. It is our knowledge legacy to future generations.
ఈ ఉద్యమాన్ని దేశ నలుమూలలా వ్యాపింపజేసి ప్రజలకు మంచి నాణ్యమైన చదువు అందించాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో నేషనల్ డిజిటల్ లైబ్రరీ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఏర్పడింది।
छोटे बच्चे हैं जो पूरी प्रिविलेज नहीं ले पाते सी बुक्स दी या जर्नल्स दी कुछ अच्छा मटेरियल जिस तो वो वांझे रह जाते सी उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे तरीके नाल मिल सकता है।
इंटरनेटर सहायत मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी और कम्प्यूटर यूज करी भारतर सकलो शिक्षार्थीये सकलो ठाइर পৰা नेशनल डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी ऑफ इंडिया यूज কৰিব পাৰে।
શિક્ષણ પદ્ધતિ છે, વ્યવહારિક જ્ઞાન છે, થીસિસ છે, டிசர்டேஷன்ஸ் છે.
நாங்கள் இந்த தேசிய லைசன்ஸ் பயன்படுத்துவதனால இந்த நூலகத்தின் உள்ளடக்கத்தை எல்லோரும் இலவசமாக நாடு தழுவி பயன்படுத்தலாம்।
আমাদের ন্যাশনাল ডিজিটাল লাইব্রেরি এমন একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম যা আমাদের সভ্যতা, সংস্কৃতি এবং শিক্ষার সম্পদকে বাঁচিয়ে রাখতে সাহায্য করে।
The true success of a library lies with its users. Hence, I invite all of India to make use of this platform.
I am National Digital Library of India.
I am in National Digital Library of India.
I am the National Digital Library of India.
मैं National Digital Library of India.
मैं नेशनल डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी ऑफ इंडिया.
నేను నేషనల్ డిజిటల్ లైబ్రరీ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా.
હું છું નેશનલ ડિજિટલ લાઇબ્રેરી ઓફ ઇન્ડિયા.
நான் இந்தியாவின் தேசிய நூலகம்.
मी निरुपमा बावडेकर नॅशनल डिजिटल लायब्ररी ऑफ इंडिया आहे.
I am National Digital Library of India.
मैं नेशनल डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी ऑफ इंडिया.
আমি ন্যাশনাল ডিজিটাল লাইব্রেরি।
We are National Digital Library of India.
Okay, so that's a quick video about the India Live. So I think as people are still joining in, so we will wait for few more minutes before we start. So I see still few people audio has not yet been connected. So 324758 green. So kindly rename your screen. Bhagwant Kaur, Gurpreet Gopi, Mahipal Dutt, Navdeep Kaur. So Mr. Mahipal Dutt, so kindly join your video. If anybody can call him and tell him to join, how to join audio. Just ask him to click on the bottom left corner. So there is a join audio icon. He has to click on that icon, then only he will be able to listen to us. Okay, so we have 49. Three two four seven five eight _green. So you need to turn on your audio. And 9F89E55FC. You've joined just now. Just kindly connect your audio. Bhagwant Kaur, kindly connect your audio. Gurpreet Kobi, kindly connect your audio. Muskan Mittal, kindly connect your audio. Navdeep Kaur, kindly connect your audio. So all these people kindly connect your audio. Then only you will be able to listen to us in this webinar. Okay, so I think we are good to start. So good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Vignesh. So I'm part of the National Digital Library of India team, and I look after the outreach of India Live. Yeah, so Miss Chapsimran Kaur, kindly inform them. I've sent them a chat message to everyone. I think they are not, they have not yet checked. So kindly ask them to read the text message, chat message. And if they are in the group or if they know them, should just give them a call or send them a message on WhatsApp so that they will be able to listen to us. Okay, so there are some few rules which I mentioned earlier. So now I would like to repeat it for the benefit of new joinees. First and foremost request is, one is kindly do not turn on your video. We will turn on the video towards the mid of the session for taking some screenshots of the participants. And the second one is kindly rename your screen name to your full name so that we can recognize who is there in the webinar, because we shouldn't expect some unwanted people in this webinar. And to protect our privacy also, we need to know who. And the next request I have is kindly do not share your screen. And the fourth request I have is kindly, I have muted all of your mics centrally. So if you have any questions, or if I ask you any questions, if you want to respond, kindly put it in the chat message, so that it is easier to communicate. Because if we are 50 people, if all the 50 mics are on, then there will be huge disturbance in the webinar. So, and we will have take questions towards the end of the end, but we prefer to take the questions only through chat window. Okay, so I can still see 7-8 people's audio has not yet been connected. Instead of telling them if they are not able to listen to them, then we can't help much. So let's begin the session. We shouldn't delay it any further. So my name is Vignesh. I'm from the National Digital Library of India. So now let's get into the presentation straight away. Ms. Neeru Kampuch, kindly turn off your video, please. So is the presentation visible? If yes, kindly put visible in the chat window so that I can start the session. Thank you, Dr. Manjot Kaur. So now I will move on. So now we are going to look at 5 or 6 things in this session. The first thing we are going to look at is why NDLI, and who is this for, what kind of content we have at NDLI, how to access NDLI, and what is the difference between Google and NDLI, and how to operate NDLI Club. So these are the few things that we are going to see in this webinar. So what is today's country's need, and why do we need National Digital Library of India? So today's young generation needs quality resources anytime, anyone, anywhere. So that's the requirement of today's young generation. So if you look at why National Digital Library of India, so I could give you a few examples from my experience. First and foremost, when I was doing my research for my MPhil and PhD, so I used to face a few challenges in the physical libraries. So first and foremost is, like, say for example, if my faculty prescribes a good chapter in one of the books, so most likely it may be available in the central library. So we go to the central library, we search in the OPAC. In most likely, if it's a very good resource, and if it's especially from the foreign author or from a foreign publisher, it may be issued to another faculty member. And so faculty members, being faculty members, they have few privileges. So what happens is, like, they keep renewing it for at least 2-3 times without much trouble. So what happens is, like, once they issue it, they keep it at least for a month or so. So suppose if we have to access that resource, we have to wait till he or she returns. Or so in most of the situation, what used to happen is, like, I used to go to that faculty's cabin and take that book, borrow it from him, and take a photocopy and return it back to him or her. So that used to be my experience. And the second challenge I faced in the physical library was, so we go to the library and we search for the resource. It shows the resources available in the so and so section, so and so rack. So we go to the so and so section and so and so rack. We search the entire rack and also the nearby rack. So we may not be able to locate that resource. So what used to happen is, one brilliant student in the campus knows where to hide the resources so that others cannot read those resources. So that's the second aspect that I faced. And the third challenge I used to face was, it may be there in the OPAC, it may be there in the rack. So when I take the book and just go through for the specific chapter, two scenario might have happened. One, that specific chapter might have been torn off, or it might have been underlined with pencil or pen so that others can't read. So these challenges I faced, and also in the physical libraries, you have limitation in terms of stacking the resources. Say for example, if you have say 10,000 square feet of library space, and you can store about like few thousand resources, but you may buy like every month or every year you may buy some few hundred resources. So you have limitation in terms of stacking the resources in the physical libraries. And next thing is like during this last 5 to 10 years, the budget for library has been drastically cut down, and also the manpower has been drastically reduced in many of the institutions, except very few institutions where this has not happened. And so what it also like during this lockdown period, the physical libraries are not able, we are not able to access. So this calls for a solution which can address the learning requirements or knowledge requirements of citizens. So National Digital Library of India is one of the solutions to address this challenge. So now let's look at the perspective of India. So look at this India map. This is the India's literacy rate as per 2011 census. So there are except very few states, Kerala, Goa, Mizoram and Tripura. In most of the states, the literacy rate is below 80%, and in majority of the states it's less than 75% also. And also there is another fact that the country requires 6 universities. Like every month at least 8 million 1 million people, that is 10 lakh people, are turning into age 18, which means they're getting into the higher educational stream. So in order to address the higher educational requirement of this population, India needs to set up 6 universities and 270 colleges every month. And setting up these infrastructure may possible, provided we have to invest huge amount of financial resources, and also sustaining these resources are most challenging. So so the government of India looked at various sustainable solutions through which we can address this educational requirement. So the government has come up with various solutions like NPTEL, Swayam Prabha, Gyan, NDLI. These are all supplementary and complementary learning resource materials that address this educational divide. So NDLI was launched as a pilot project in 2016, and it was developed into a national asset and dedicated to the nation on the 19th June 2018 by the then MHRD Minister Shri Prakash Javadekar ji. So now let's look at who is this for and what kind of content we have at NDLI. So NDLI is for everyone. We have starting from school going students to college going youths, professionals, academicians, researchers, entrepreneurs and lifelong learners. So we have resources for every age group and every domain of users. So how do we work? So basically at NDLI we act as a content integrator. We don't produce any content, we don't digitize books. Rather, we collaborate with institutions which has non-copyrighted open resource materials which can be shared with Indian citizens. So with that is the objective. So far we have collaborated with 278 such content partners. So some of the partners have been listed here. So you can see it on the right hand side. So you name any major educational and research institutions in the country, they are part of NDLI. So what type of content we have? So this is classified, our resources are classified as per DDC, which is classification mechanism. DDC stands for duodecimal classification. So for people from library science background, they may know. For non-library science background, so kindly go through what is the meaning of DDC. So computer science, information and general works, we have closer to 1 crore resources, followed by philosophy and psychology, 6 lakh resources, religion 2 lakh resources, social sciences 45 lakhs resources, language 1 lakh, natural sciences and mathematics 83 lakhs, technology 1 crore, the arts, fine and decorative arts 4.5 lakhs, literature and rhetoric 7.8 lakhs, history and geography 6.1 lakhs. So in total we have, as of today, 4.8 crore resources for India. So who are the top 20 content contributors? So World eBook Library, they have contributed closer to 77 lakh resources, and incidentally the government of India has procured national license from World eBook Library and also South Asia Archive. So I will talk about the national licensing part in a very short while. So, and you can see other major content contributors in this list. And we have a range of content. So starting from thesis, dissertation, video lectures, audio lectures, class notes, courseware, term papers, assignments, assessments, question banks, manuscripts, data sets, annual reports, e-books, articles, you name any form of educational resources, they are available at NDLI. So article tops the list with 2.9 crore resources, followed by books which are 64 lakh resources. So I was telling you about like the total resources are 4.8 crore resources, and so there is like whenever you search, you see 3 icons at the below every resource. So these 3 icons denote, the first icon denotes the access option, and the second icon denotes the language, and the third icon denotes the type of content. So the first icon, which denotes the access option, there are 5 access options available. The first one is open resource, and the second one is the green lock open is called open resources, and the man with NDLI written is called also NDL. This specifically meant for NDL registered users, and these 2 icon denotes the full text resources. And other access options like limited access, which means part of text is available but full text requires authentication. And then subscribed resources, say for example, if your institution is subscribed to say IEEE or Springer, and if you are accessing it from NDLI, it will check whether this IP is already binded with the source, then they will allow you to access, otherwise they will just give you the metadata. And the 5th access option is restricted, which means it is only visible to the authorized their own students or faculty members. So that is the access option. So listen to this entire webinar carefully, because I have a quiz cum feedback form which I will share it at the end of the session. So I will request all of you to kindly listen to this entire webinar, and people who submit the quiz cum feedback form will be issued the certificate of participation. Okay, and also you need to score minimum of 50 marks. So kindly listen to it properly. Thank you. So access right wise content. So as I mentioned, we have 4.8 crore content, out of which 3.61 crore resources are full text resources. That is, open resources are 2.74 crore, NDLI resources are 77 lakh resources. So if you combine these two together, it will be 3.62 crore in total, and which is 75% of our total resources are full text resources. So full text resources means you can actually download the entire book or article or video lecture or audio lecture into your desktop or laptop, and then use it for educational purposes only, not for commercial purposes, primarily for educational purposes. So now let's look at how to access NDLI. So accessing NDLI is very simple. So first go to Google or any other browser and then search for National Digital Library of India. Okay, the first URL you will get, which is ndl.iitkgp.ac.in. So you just have to click on this URL and then it will take you to the home page. So this is the home page of National Digital Library of India. Okay, so this pop-up window will appear by default. So this our team has put together during this time of lockdown. So I will talk about it in a very short while. So you just have to close it, and then you can search. So here for searching, you need to remember this is the search box. So you have to search the topic, and you should put the correct search topic here. So I put Punjabi literature and then clicked on search, and I wanted from the language of Punjabi only. So what I did was I went to the filter. On the left hand side we have filter options. There are 11 filters. So I will talk about these filters in a short while. So the filters like access restriction, author, subject category, educational degree, difficulty level, educational level, file format, language, learning resource type, source. So these are the various filter options on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we have a content filter called content type. So here I applied for the filter called language, clicked on Punjabi. I got 711 results on the topic of Punjabi literature. And the next topic I searched was on history of English literature. So here I applied two filters. One is access restriction. I applied for full text resources, which is open and NDLI. And subject category I chose language. So I got 15,284 results on the topic of history of English literature. And the next topic I searched was on financial accounting. Here I wanted only the video lectures. So what I did was clicked search for financial accounting. On the right hand side we have a filter called content type. So I went to content type and clicked on video, and I got 1727 video lectures on the topic of financial accounting. And the next topic I searched was on biotechnology. So here I applied two filters. I wanted only three filters: only access restriction, full text resources, subject category natural sciences and mathematics, and the third filter I applied was content type video lecture. So I wanted video lectures on the topic of biotechnology under the subject category of natural sciences. So I got 1878 resources. And the next topic I searched was on algebra and calculus. So here I wanted resources only from Khan Academy. So what I did was, there is this icon filter option called source. Source is nothing but I told you there are 278 content partners. So Khan Academy is one of them. So I just went to source and then searched for Khan Academy. I got 10,000 results on the topic of algebra and calculus. And the next topic I searched was on artificial intelligence. So here I wanted resources of under the subject category of computer science and technology and the content type of video. So I got 294 results on the topic of artificial intelligence. And the next topic I searched was on business economics. Okay, so here I chose subject category of social sciences and technology, access restriction, open and daily resources. I got 6 lakh resources on the topic of business economics. And the next search I made was on bioinformatics. So I wanted only thesis on this topic. I wanted resources on the topic of bioinformatics. So I went to source and then I clicked on InfluBNet Shodhganga. I got 4,278 results on the topic of bioinformatics. Thesis. So if you want thesis on the topic of bioinformatics, we have 4,278 thesis on the topic of bioinformatics. So I was talking to you a little while ago about the pop-up window which we saw on the home page. So this home page, this pop-up window is brought out by our team after classifying our resources into various educational levels and disciplines. So you can see we have classified content for schools, UG engineering, UG science, UG other disciplines, language, management and law. Okay, so you can go to the appropriate filter and then click. Suppose if you want resources related to science, UG science, just click on science, you will get the resource materials available on science. And similarly, our team has also put together a knowledge resource repository on the topic of COVID-19. So this has a research resources repository on the topic of COVID-19 virus. So now let's look at how to access NDLI resource, how to open a resource. So here I searched for a topic called research methodology. Okay, and then I wanted resources only from Lovely Professional University. So I went to source, I clicked on Lovely Professional University. So suppose there are 1438 results. Suppose if I want to open the first resource, so what I need to do is just click on this first resource, then this kind of a page will open. Okay, so there are two tabs on the top. One is content, another one is metadata. So the metadata, so you by default you click on the metadata. On metadata is nothing but basic information about a resource. Say for example, so the title of the resource is research methodology. The source is coming from Lovely Professional University. Content type is text. Publisher is Excel Books Private Limited. File format is PDF. So the basic information, this is also called data about data. This is called metadata. Okay. Suppose if you find this resource useful and if you want to download it, you need to check two things. First is check whether this access restriction is open or NDLI. If it's only open or NDLI, then you can download this resource. Since it's open resource, you can download. And the second thing you notice is on the right hand corner, you have to notice whether you have logged in or not. So here I have already logged in as Vignesh Swarnamohan. So I can go here and then click on content. Then the entire resource will get downloaded into your desktop, laptop, or in your mobile phone. Depending on the device you use, it will come to your system. Imagine suppose if you have not logged in. So you can on the right hand side, you can see on the right hand top corner, you can see we have not yet logged in. So it is asking for login. If suppose if you click on content, it will take you to this page. So here it will ask you to log in to view this content. You just have to click on this login. Once you click on this login, then this pop-up window will appear. So here you need to click enter your email ID. Suppose if you are already registered with NDLI, just enter your email ID, password, enter the CAPTCHA, and then click login. Then the entire content will download. Suppose if you registered at NDLI few years back and you forgot your password, so there is a, but you remember your email ID, then what you can do is go to click on account recovery. Then this pop-up window will appear. Enter your email ID and then submit. So once you submit, you will get a reset password reset link. There you can, the process will be explained. You just have to reset your password and then you can log in. Imagine you have never registered at NDLI. This is the first time you are going to register. So then what you need to do is click on this register button. Then this right hand form, registration form will open. It will ask for 4 mandatory details: your full name, your email ID, preferably personal email ID, password, and confirm password. These are the 4 mandatory details. Rest of the details are optional. And then you click on terms and condition and then sign up. So then you will get a verification email. Just click on the verification URL and then your account will be activated. Then come here and then enter your email ID and password, CAPTCHA, and then click login. Then you will be able to download the resources. Suppose if you clicked on a video lecture, this is how the video lecture will open in the frame. So as I mentioned, using NDLI, you need to remember 2 important things. First is the search keyword. So you should use the right search keyword without any spelling mistake. You should not make any spelling mistake in that search keyword. So if you make any spelling mistake, then your search result will be of different. And the second important thing you need to remember is the filter options. So there are some 11 or 12 filter options that are available at NDLI, and out of which I'm going to talk about some 8 important filter options. So kindly listen to this filter options because in the quiz you may have a question on this also. The first important filter option is access restriction. Suppose if you want only full text resources, just go here, click on open in NDLI, then you will get only full text resources on the topic. And the second filter option is author. Okay, suppose if you want resources only from Yang Liu, so just click here. Okay, so this is, you can search as per the author. And the third filter is subject category. Suppose if you want resources based on, suppose you searched for a topic called bioinformatics, then it may come under natural sciences and mathematics, and sometimes technology also. So you choose both, then you will get the relevant resources. So depending on the search topic, you choose the subject category. And the fourth filter option is file format. So suppose if you want only PDF files, just go here and click on the PDF, then you will get only PDF files. So there are about some 60 content types that are available. And the fifth filter option is language. So there are NDLI. In NDLI, we have over the resources are over available in over 300 languages. And the sixth filter option is learning resource type. Suppose if you want audiobooks, just click on audiobook. Suppose if you want newspaper article, just click on newspaper. Suppose if you want, say for example, you want only thesis, just go here and type thesis, you will get thesis. So you can check the various type of content learning resource type that are available. And the seventh filter option is source. And I told you there are 278 content partners so far, and it's keep increasing every month. So you can check. Kindly do not turn on your video, please. So you can choose the relevant source from which you want the resources. And the eighth filter option, which is available in the desktop application only, on the right hand side, you can check, you can choose the relevant content type. So suppose if you want only video lectures, click on video, you will get only video lectures. So these are the 8 important filter options. Apart from this, there are other filter options like educational degree, difficulty level, educational level. So these filters are yet to be complete, but you can just give it a try. But these important 8 filters will help you in navigating or narrow downing your results. Apart from this, our entire NDLI website can be accessed in various Indian languages. You can access it in Bangla, Hindi, Gujarati, Kannada, Marathi, Odia, Tamil. I think Punjabi is also being done. And our for ease of use, our website, this entire application is available on as a mobile app also, both in Android as well as in iOS. So what you need to do is just go to Play Store or iStore and then search for National Digital Library of India. Go to Play Store or iStore and search for National Digital Library of India, and this icon, National Digital Library of icon with NDLI as publisher, will come. So if you see this, then you can install it in your mobile phone. So now let's look at how to use the NDLI mobile app. So once you install the app, you click on the app, you open the app. So this is of the home page. The first screen shows the home page of NDLI mobile app. Suppose in the mobile app, if you want to search a topic, what you need to do is look at the second screen. So you can see the search icon. Okay. So once you click on this second icon, you will see the text box, search box available here. So here you need to enter the search keyword. So here I searched for a topic called Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so I searched for a topic called Uttar Pradesh, and then there are 41,000 results that was found. Suppose if you want to filter the options from these 41,000 results, so in the desktop application you have the filter options both on the left hand side and also on the right hand side. But whereas on the mobile app, this is available on the right bottom corner in orange color icon. So this is the filter option. So you just have to click on this filter option. Then all the filters which we saw on the desktop application will appear on the top. Okay. So all the 11, 12 filters which we saw on the desktop application will appear on the top. So you can scroll down these remaining filters. Okay. So here I applied for a filter from source Aligarh Muslim University and then applied. And then I got 199 results on the topic of Uttar Pradesh from Aligarh Muslim University. So this is how you need to search in the mobile app. Okay. So before we move further, so I'm going to give you a small activity. So the activity is simple. What you need to do is first download NDLI mobile app in your mobile phone from Play Store if you are using an Android phone, from iStore if you are using a iPhone. So search for National Digital Library of India Okay, and then you will see our logo written there with the NDLI as the publisher. You just install that app. So that is the first part. And the second part, suppose if I have already registered, if you already installed NDLI app, just go to NDLI mobile app and then search for the topic of your choice, or your subject of study, or your subject of teaching. Search for the topic and see whether the content is relevant for you. If it's useful, then kindly let me know whether it is useful. So after you do this exercise, kindly put yes, downloaded the mobile app, and you searched for what topic and whether you found it useful or not. So you put it in the chat message. I'm going to give you 5 minutes time for you to uh, download the app and then search for the topics which are of importance to you or subject of study to you, and we will resume it after 5 minutes. So now it's 12:09 in my system, so I will give you time till 12:15. We will restart the session by 12:15, and in the meanwhile, uh, you can also start your video so that I can take some screenshot for 5 minutes. During this 5 minutes activity, you can start your video so I can take some screenshot of the participants for reporting purposes. So, Mr. Mahipal, I'm not able to locate you. Mahipal. Okay, so I have unmuted Mr. Mahipal and also your principal madam.
Hello, sir. No.
Just wait for a moment, Mr. Mahipal.
Yes, sir.
So kindly give your principal madam's display screen name.
Dr. Rajvinder Kaur is principal, ma'am. Dr. Rajvinder Kaur.
Okay, okay. So I've got her. So I've unmuted her mic also. So thank you for this opportunity. Let them do this activity. So towards when they... so kindly give 5 minutes. Let them do the activity.
Sir, first of all,
just give 5 minutes. Just wait for 5 minutes.
Yes. Oh.
After 12:15, when before we start, I will
course.
give you 4 minutes for discussion. Okay.
Okay. Right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Right.
Thanks, sir. A lot of thanks, sir. You have given detail of NDL library. Really, a lot of thanks, sir. You have given us too much information. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. So we will resume the session shortly. Kindly, as I mentioned, kindly do 2 activities. First, install the NDLI mobile app and then search for the topic of your subject of study or topic of your interest, and then tell me whether it is useful for you. If it's useful, what topic you searched. So in the feedback form or in the bottom, in the chat window, you just enter whether you installed the app, if you install, whether you searched, if you searched, what topic you searched, and whether you found it useful or not. So kindly put it in the chat window so that I can understand. So Niru Compochi installed it and I search for modern algebra. So thank you, Mr. Ashwani Jain, or sorry, I don't know the gender of based on the name. So kindly bear with me if I make any mistake. So Ashwani Jain has searched for a topic called modern algebra and she got results. So I don't want generic feedback. It's good and all. I want specific feedback of which topic you searched and whether you found results on that topic or not, whether you found it useful or not. So that is what I wanted to know. Maintenance law under Hindu law found 22 lakh resources. Okay, Dr. Jaswinder has searched for maintenance law under Hindu law. Thank you. So I will take few screenshots. So kindly be with me for a few minutes. Okay, so thank you. I have taken the screenshots. You can turn off the video if you want. So Mr. Jasdeep Kaur I searched for domestic water consumption pattern, useful information. Library classification, Ms. Navneet Kaur Diol. Search for plant physiology, very useful app. Okay. Search for adult education, found many resources. Thank you, Dr. Gurvinder Singh. So as I mentioned, we will be having a quiz cum feedback session towards the end of the webinar. So I will so kindly do not share your screen. So it's good if you put it on the chat message. Okay, Miss Jaspreet Kaur searched for Gurmukhi text extraction. Manpreet Kaur searched for cloud computing, found many resources. Karma Deep Kaur searched for modern political thoughts. Okay. Miss Shali Shetty search for, do I need to download it on laptop? No, laptop you don't require. You can search it directly. You don't need an app for laptop. You can download it in your mobile phone. Download it and search international law. Okay, that's Redmi. So kindly rename your screen so that we know whom we are talking to. Dr. Jakminder Kaur, I found bilingual memory found useful. Okay, thank you. So after this, I'm going to log the meeting so that nobody else can join the meeting because we have almost covered most of the part of the presentation. Such fundamental duties also found many results. Thank you, Dr. Jashwinder. Neelam, Ronnie, very useful. I need specific feedback. Which topic you searched and what kind of resource you found. Anjana Kumari searched for integral calculus. Okay, good. So what I request you to do is search for the topic, go to NDLI website, search for the topic of your subject of study or relevance or your interest, and then see whether it is useful or not. So Vishnu Sharma searched on criminology, Jashpal Kaur searched on labor laws and international labor organization. It's very useful. I search on truck problem in India, fundamental rights, computer graphics. It's good, useful, sir. Okay. So now we think it's time for us to resume the session. So I request Mr. Magipal and the principal madam to kindly speak for a few minutes, and then we can start the session.
Okay, right, sir. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Maybe one by one we can go. Mr. Magipal, are you there? Mr. Magipal, I have unmuted your screen.
Yes. Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'm extremely pleased to welcome you all in the beginning due to some technology constraints. And on behalf of our honorable management, worthy principal madam, faculty members, staff members, and students, I heartily welcome you all. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. I'm Mahipal Dutt, librarian with Khalsa College for Women, Sizwakpur, a NAAC re-accredited A-grade college and a leading women institute in women education in the region since its inception, sir. Today, we are presenting NDLI User Awareness Program presented by Dr. Vignesh. Now, without any further ado, I'll turn the time over to Dr. Vignesh. As Dr. Vignesh Saramohan is currently working as Chief Strategic and Outreach Officer, National Digital Library of India. He is also the founder of Brilliant IAS Topper, a mobile-based low-cost training solution for the civil services aspirants. Earlier to this, he worked with Indian Public Library Movement, a CSC e-governance services India. Dr. Development and program experience development, e-governance, social entrepreneurship, policy, health, and rural development. In short, a best all-rounder is among us today. Sir, we all are very, very thankful to you for sparing your valuable time for us. Hello?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
audible,
fine.
sir?
There was some disturbance. It's fine.
Hello?
So we will move ahead
Okay.
the session.
Uh,
So yes, your principal madam want to speak
yes,
something,
yes,
or should we give it to her at the end?
hello? No, sir. Our principal ma'am will.
Sure.
Just
So
a
we
minute.
will.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ravindra ma'am. Hello. Sir, I think principal ma'am is muted. I
What
don't
is
know,
her
sir.
name again, please?
Could you please check? Dr. Rajvinder Kaur is her name.
Sorry.
Dr. Rajvinder Kaur.
Just a moment. Yes, I can see her name. Yes, I have unmuted her.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. Sorry.
Sir, on the behalf of college management, staff, and students, I extend my hearty thankful to Dr. Vignesh Saramohan, Chief Strategic and Outreach Officer of NDLI, IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal, and all the participants of this webinar. I also very much thankful of college IQAC committee, library, and computer department of the college who organized this webinar. A lot of thanks, sir. Again, we will try to see in the future. So nice, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your kind words. So now I am going to.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So, Dr. Rajvinder, you can both Mahibalji, both of you kindly mute your mic. So now I am going to
yes,
start the session.
Right.
So is the screen visible? Just put it on the chat message if it's visible. Okay, so I'm moving ahead. Thank you for the feedback. So, so today, like we all go to Google for searching anything on the internet, right? So Google does its job brilliantly. We don't have any competition with Google, but there is a slight difference between what Google can do and what NDLI can do. Let's look at what is that difference with a small example. So imagine there is a girl called Payal who is studying in class 8 and studying in Hindi medium, and she is wanting to know about magnetism in physics. And similarly, Shamik, he also is wanting to look for the topic, apply for PhD position on the topic of magnetism. So both of them go to Google and they search for the same topic, magnetism, and they got 1.89 crore results. So then they came to NDLI and they searched for the same topic, magnetism, and they got 11 lakh resources. And then what Payal did was she applied two filters. First filter, educational level, 5th to 8th standard, and the second filter, language, she applied Hindi and she got 8 results. So imagine where is 1.89 crore results and where is 8 results. And what Shamik did was he wanted only career and technical paper. He applied the relevant filter and he got 219 results. So now let's look at what is the difference between both of them in the next screen. First and foremost, let's understand how Google functions. So suppose if you put the term called magnetism, what Google does is it goes around the entire World Wide Web. And wherever this term called magnetism is there, it fetches the results and brings it to, pulls it along and then presents it in front of you in the Google search window, right? But Google can't distinguish whether this resource is coming from an authentic source or an unauthentic source, whether the information is real or fake, whether this is educational relevant content or irrelevant content. So it can't distinguish between what is useful and what is relevant and what is real and fake. So it fetches everything that is having the term called magnetism. Whereas on the other hand, NDLI, all the content are curated, because we work with only partners who are into educational or research or publishing domain. We don't get into any other partnerships, and we believe all our partners bring only curated educational content. So that's one of the major differences. And the second option is, at NDLI you can filter down results which are relevant to educational domain, whereas in Google also you can apply advanced filter options and then search, but they may not be relevant for educational purposes. So that's the difference between Google and NDLI. And the third aspect is you can search the content as per the content type also. And last important thing is national licensing. So Government of India has procured national licensing from two publishers. One is South Asia Archive, another one is World eBook Library. That means on behalf of the Indian citizens, the government procured license and given it to every Indian citizens at free of cost. So that has happened, and soon some other resources will also come for educational purposes. So what is the big picture? The big picture is already you have an option to augment some approximately 20 credits through credit transfer and virtual certification. You can augment 20 credits and then add it in your coursework. And similarly, like Swayam, Prabha, Gyan, NDLI, these are all supplementary and complementary learning materials. In future, maybe 5 or 10 years down the line, like if you have internet connection with a digital device, you can access or obtain a degree program or a certificate program, diploma program using mobile phone. That may or may not happen. So at this point in time, the government has created it as a supplementary and complementary learning resource materials. So now let's look at the last aspect, is how to operate an NDLI club. So, so the purpose of NDLI club is to promote the culture of reading among the young population. So that's the major challenge that is lying ahead of us. So in order to promote that culture of reading, so the NDLI, the Government of India has been encouraging the educational institutions to set up NDLI club. The NDLI club will have at least one student from each class and one faculty member from each department, with librarian as the ex officio secretary and principal as the ex officio chairman. So you form the club and then you get the list approved by the head of the institution, and this has to be registered. So there is a NDLI club registration form that is available. You just fill the form. So this is how the NDLI club registration form, temporary registration form looks like. Just fill the basic details, attach the list of NDLI club members, choose the date of starting NDLI club, and then submit. Once you submit the form, it will come to us at the back end. We do a back end verification with our database, and if it matches, we will issue a certificate of registration. So this is how the NDLI certificate of registration looks like, and this is valid for 1 year. Okay, so this is valid for 1 year. So within that 1 year, you need to do two things. The first step you need to do is register all the students and faculty members within 30 days of receipt of certificate. So I will talk about it, how to do this in a short while. And the second important activity you need to do is at least 10 reading or knowledge related activities you need to conduct. So these are the two things that you need to do within this 1 year period. So now let's look at how to do the registration of all the students and faculty members of your institution. So you remember you set up the NDLI club with at least one student and one faculty member from each, one student from each class and one faculty member from each department. first you need to conduct an awareness session for them, for the NDLA club members, and then they in turn go back and train other students and faculty members. And whoever is interested, you collect 3 details from them. First is their personal email ID, second is their first name, third is their last name. Just collect all these details and then put it in an Excel sheet, and then send it to our email ID, which is ndl-support@iitkgp.ac.in, with a copy to my email ID, which is vignesh@ndl.gov.in or vigneshjnu@gmail.com. So you send it to our email ID, then we will do a bulk registration of them. Okay. So once we do a bulk registration, they will get an automated email with a temporary password to activate their account. So they have to just click on that URL, then enter this temporary password, then it will ask you to set a password for yourself. So you set your password and then you will be logged in. So that is the process of activating your account. Okay. So this is, registration is easy, but activating all user accounts is very important, because for bulk registration, suppose if NAC, UGC or AICTE comes for verification or accreditation, so they will ask you for they will ask you to fill a set of questions like digital resources, how many resources you have had, under which they will ask you whether you are a member of institutional member of NDLA or not. If you are NDLA member, then they will ask you how many students registered, how many of them activated. So that time you can show this, if you are registered bulk registration, then you can show them how many you have registered and how many of them activated. So if you have done registration and activation, then you will get a good 2 or 3 points additionally. So that's the process. Suppose imagine your friends or relatives or your own family members, they want to register at NDLI. So for them, they can do an individual registration. How to do it? Just go to NDLI homepage. On the right bottom corner, you will see a register icon. So ask them to just click on this register icon. Then this registration form will open. So this captures 4 important details: your full name, email ID, password, and confirm password. These are the mandatory fields. Rest of them are optional fields. Enter the CAPTCHA, choose terms and condition, and then sign up. So once you submit, you will get a verification email, and there you have to just activate the account. So I also told you about so within 30 days, you have to complete the registration of all the students and faculty members, and remaining time you need to complete at least 10 reading or knowledge related activities. Okay. So some of the activities that you may want to conduct is lecture series, quiz competition, storytelling session, go fish session, film screening, drawing, role play, writing, makerspace, debate. So these are some of the indicative list of activities that you can conduct under the NDLA club, and you can also conduct any other reading or knowledge related activities. And then you need to submit this report, activity report, every month. So at the end of the financial year, at the end of every your tenure, we will renew a certificate based on the kind of activities you have conducted. Okay. So these are some of the activities being conducted by various NDLI clubs. And also we have worked out a incentive mechanism for NDLI clubs. First is we are in the process of identifying best performing NDLI clubs at the district, state, and national level. And similarly, we have also started conducting NDLI Reading Olympiads. So we've already conducted NDLI Reading Olympiad at the district level in Tamil Nadu. Soon we will be conducting it in other states and national level also. So this is what I wanted to share it with all of you. And we have our social media handles in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So today's video lecture will also be available in our YouTube channel, and also Instagram we are available. So you kindly go there and watch them. So with this, I am like the presentation is over. Now I want to share the quiz this one feedback form. So for people who apply, submit this responses only, will get the certificate of participation from us. If you don't want the certificate of participation, it's fine. You don't have to, but for the sake of attending the webinar, I encourage each one of you to submit the feedback form. So I've just entered the URL for the feedback form. So kindly don't put any message in the next few minutes. Okay, so I'm just sharing the URL for feedback form, and you can just click on this URL or copy this URL and paste it in your browser, mobile browser or laptop like Google browser. You will go to our page. So I will show you how the NDLI feedback form looks like. So once you click on this URL, this is how the NDLI feedback form looks like. You have to fill your name of the institution, name of the participants, date of the webinar, that is today, what is your designation, with which department you are from, your email ID, mobile number, and next important question is whether do you have an NDLI account or not. If yes, click on yes. If no, just click on no. And the next question is name the various filter options available at NDLI. I told you in the desktop application it is available on the left hand side, on the right hand side, and in the mobile app it's available on the right bottom corner in the orange color icon. So you can find out how many filter options are available, what are the various learning resource types available in NDLI. So you can go and check in the mobile app as well as in the desktop, and how many languages. I gave the answer during the presentation, but still you can search. 5 access options I talked about. Open NDLI, other 3 you need to remember and recollect. What is the difference between Google and NDLI, and how COVID-19 during this COVID-19, how NDLI is going to help you, and overall feedback about NDLI and any suggestions for NDLI to consider, and feedback about the NDLI webinar conducted by Dr. Vignesh. So this is the quick feedback form, and this feedback form will be live for another 30 minutes. So you can fill it without any hurry. Take your time, read the questions properly, don't make any mistakes, and then respond. Okay, and I'm going to, I've just showed you. I could open the URL. If your internet is slow, it may not open. So go to a place where the good internet is there and then open it. You will be able to open. And if you have any questions, you can ask now. Okay. And if you are, do you have any questions? Okay. So I think it may be the internet issue. What error is showing? If you can tell me. Otherwise, what I can do is I will I can send it to your email ID, and then from your email ID you can open. If your internet is good, I'm sure it will open. So I just opened the URL. It's opening. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you do one thing. So kindly send me your email ID, or so Dr. Jaswinder says it's opening. Maybe for people who are logged in from their computer, it may be opening. Laptop or desktop computer, it may be opening. But people who are opening from mobile phone, it may not be opening. Or people's internet whose internet is very slow, it may not be opening. So anyway, so I will give me your email ID. I will send it to your email. So that's a good question, Mr. Mahipal. That in fact, the government of India has requested all the universities to share the list of books recommended for every study, discipline of study, and we are. I think government of India will take a call if it's required. They will procure these resources and put it under national licensing. So that process is already started. But apart from this, say for example, the books recommended by any university, maybe basically suppose if it's artificial intelligence, what you need to know is what is artificial intelligence, how does it work, various aspects of artificial intelligence. So that can be read from any other resources also. It's not necessary that you need to go only by the prescribed resources. As long as you gain knowledge, it's fine. So yes, let's just looking for. So for people who's for whom the URL is not working, so kindly give me your email ID. I will forward this URL to your email ID, and don't make any mistakes in typing the email ID. I'm going to share the URL in a little while. Just give me. I'm just copying the email IDs which were shared with me. And somebody's email ID is wrong. So kindly enter it. Don't be in a hurry and make any mistake. Be cool, calm, and then enter. And also in the questions, please read it carefully and then respond. The purpose of quiz feedback form is whether we want you to, at least if you have not listened to it properly, at least you experience it and then respond. Okay. So I'm just collecting the email IDs of all the participants who have shared it with me so that I can send them the URL. For people who are able to open it, you may read the question and start answering. So don't wait for the email. InflipNet with so InflipNet Shodh Sindhu you are referring to. So InflipNet Shodh Sindhu is a paid resource, but whereas at NDLI it's completely so far it's been free. As I mentioned, Enlist is mostly paid resource. Okay, but for NDLI you don't have to pay a single penny. So I've sent the URL to all of you who have shared the email. Okay, so kindly check and let me know. I've just sent it right now, so you can check. We got the first response on Mr. Butaram.